study social work at Hope because our students make real world difference. They develop an understanding of social justice, how to work with people to create change. Our students not only apply the theory and understanding of social work here in the classroom, but they go out and do it in the real world too.
So Social Work England is the profession's regulatory body. Everyone who's practicing as a social worker needs to register with them, and they ask us to prepare our students to meet their professional standards.
So the teaching team at Liverpool Hope is made up of a range of experts in social work. All of the social work tutors are engaged in research as well as social work practice. They're world-leading academics who bring real-world research into the classroom, and that helps our social work students apply learning from the classroom into practice, making real-world changes. So when applying for social work at Hope, it's a really good idea to look at and understand the Professional Capabilities Framework, or PCF for short. That's a really important framework because it describes the knowledge, values and skills that social workers need at point of entry onto training.
Social work at Liverpool Hope is taught across 3 years. The first year is classroom based, where we do a lot of foundational teaching, interacting with our service user group, and also spending time in the simulation suite. Years 2 and 3 look slightly different because in both years students undertake practice placement. So in year 2 I'll go out to one of our voluntary agencies in the area, and then in the final year students will do a statutory placement. So that's with a local authority social work team, either working with adults or working with children.
Social work values is about understanding the core principles and ethics or morals that guide professional practice. So things like respecting other people, respect for dignity, a commitment to anti-racist practice. And that means that social workers support and pursue opportunities to create justice. So people who experience discrimination because of differences, social workers have to uphold values that make sure that we stand in solidarity with people to raise awareness of the challenges that they face.
So we assess our students in a range of different ways. So we do have some traditional type essays, however we like to use other methods of assessment, and that includes some group work, presentations, case study work, the opportunity to design a leaflet, and also a research project. While out on placement, students will also be assessed by their supervisors and practice educators directly in their practice.
So the best thing about student support is that the services here are amazing. They provide a wraparound service that supports educational needs, academic needs, so confidence to write assignments. They provide support around accommodation, financial support, even mental health support for some people who might be worried or moving away from home. The other great thing is that there's a big focus on career development, so a lot of emphasis in encouraging our students to get into employment as social workers through an amazing career development team.
The placements are organised through the university, and we rely on existing relationships that we have out in the sector. The kind of placements that are available are quite broad ranging. It's usually within the charity sector. So we've got examples of placements within asylum and refugee services. We have links with drug and alcohol services. We can offer domestic abuse services. We also have a lot of young people's services available, for example, LGBTQ plus services. So there is a broad range of opportunities for our students to learn from. We do have some international placement opportunities. At the moment, we're working with one of our partner colleges out in Chennai, India, and we're able to offer limited placements out there, working in a range of NGO settings. We also are able to support our students out there through the social work faculty. We ask our students to complete a learning information form for us, and we suggest that they choose either an adults service or a children's service, and that way there can be a broad range of opportunities available for them. It depends on the area of interest that the student has. We would probably suggest to a student to be very open-minded for the 70-day placement and to be open to new experiences, and to then focus on the area of their career for their final 100-day placement.
At Liverpool Hope University, we offer social work students to spend a week in Turkey to attend the International Social Work Summer Camp in the beautiful Marmaris region of the Muğla province. In the camp, British and Turkish social work students, they discuss the professional agenda in social work. They explore the role of social work profession together, and also they explore the importance of working with diverse cultural backgrounds. We also offer very good opportunities during the week they will spend in Turkey to visit historical places, to meet local social workers in Turkey, and social work practitioners and academics from other European countries. Personal statements are an important part of the university admission systems. We are keen to hear your commitment to the social work profession. This means showing us how you embody the values of social work professions, such as respect, social justice, such as basic human rights principles. You should also tell us about how your past experiences shape your passion to social work profession and how affected your decision to become a social worker. You should also highlight your skills such as communication, listening, problem solving, and team working. This should be really well highlighted in your personal statement.
So when you come for your interview at Hope, you meet the tutors, you'll have a group interview, you'll have an individual interview, and we make a decision on the day and we inform you as soon as possible, usually within a week. When you have your interview, there will be somebody with lived experience on every panel. You will then see them again in the simulation suite. You'll also see them in skills sessions. We use people with lived experience because they get something from the interaction as well as you do.
I've been coming now for about 14 years, so I do stuff like I interview student social workers, I do interviews on a panel with staff, I do simulation suite. I do a lot here really, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's helped you in your day-to-day life?
Yeah, it has given me loads of confidence, and I suffer a lot with anxiety, so it's really helped that. And it's basically because I've had social workers in my past, so it's good, like me stuff I've been through in my past to come in and start.
Yeah, help you train the next generation of social workers.
Yeah.
I was in addiction recovery, and it was a friend who recommended me join the group because I was interested in what social workers learn and what they do.
So as a student at Hope, I find that the service user group is actually a really, really crucial part of our course because it gives us real life experience from real people from start to finish of when their situation began to when it finished and what happened in the middle. So we're getting the nitty gritty of what's actually happening.
Thanks to the service users in the sim suite, I now have the confidence to go out into the real world and work with real people in real life situations.
The students do get a lot from this, but so does the person with lived experience, because it's quite cathartic for people to tell their story over and over again, but it's still a real story and it still remains relevant. There will be good experiences of social work, there will be experience where there could be improvements, and that's the reason why we run the skills sessions that we do.
The best thing about studying at Hope is the support and the social work team. They've been absolutely amazing. I've also had lots of support from the library staff. They've got academic mentors there as well, and the finance team have all been amazing.
The best thing about studying at Hope are definitely the teachers, our tutors. They're very knowledgeable, they're experts, they know what they're teaching, they've got the credentials, they bring in experience from their work, and it's very obvious that they have strict values in the curriculum with a good focus on anti-oppressive practice.
So I wanted to be a social worker because I've worked with children and families for the last 20 years, and I wanted a professional qualification and training that would enable me to do that better. I really want to make a difference in the lives of people, and my degree has certainly empowered me to be able to go out and do that.
I already knew just from talking to other social workers who are either retired or are still working that I met through volunteering that Hope has a really good reputation for social work. So I was like, this is definitely a good place to go.
So if you're thinking about studying social work at Hope, come along to an open day, meet the team, and they'll be happy to have a chat with you and to answer any questions that you've got.
And the support in Hope to just support students, help them be their best potential has just been amazing. And if you come to Hope, you're going to get whatever you need to be your best self.
Hope should be your first choice for social work because Hope social work students really stand out in the field of practice because of the strong sense of social justice that really makes a difference.